Greetings, everyone. I received a message from one of my female subscribers requesting that I do a video touching on a particular subject for her. I don't normally go this route in my videos, but since it touches on human nature, I gave in and don't mind redirecting myself to oblige her request. She has given me permission to post her note, providing that I leave her YouTube name out of it. Her note goes as follows. Subject is, would you? Dear CA1, I wonder if you can do a video topic about relationships. Every time I meet a guy, things are smooth in the beginning, but go stale quickly. I'm losing my grip on this last relationship too. I do everything right. I call and text him every day and night, and whenever he wants to be with me, I am open to it. I love being with him and want to be with him all the time, but he never initiates the phone calls or texting unless I do it first. I feel he's a good guy, but just doesn't know how to open up and share himself, and lately has been pulling away. What am I doing wrong? He lives 2 hours from me, and I even volunteered to move closer to him. I've done all I can to make him happy, but he doesn't try to make me happy. I like your insight into things based on how you speak in your videos, and you seem like a confident woman. What do you think about this? Let me start out with my disclaimer by stating I am not a savior, I don't have all the answers, and by no means am I a professional relationship expert, nor have I had all perfect relationships in my past, but I did learn valuable lessons in those I had. But it is my wish that I can shed some light on your situation for you. That being said, please know that I am a realist, and I'm not going to coddle you in my response. So please don't take anything I'm about to say personal or as me being harsh. This is all tough, unconditional love. There is no right or wrong in a relationship. It's just as it sounds. You're relating to each other. Sometimes we can smother a person or overwhelm them by not giving them their space. Calling, texting, and wanting to be up under someone every moment is not beneficial to either of you. We all need breathing room and time to ourselves, and we all have other matters and people in our lives that require our attention as well. It is important to never lose yourself when you're in a relationship with someone. You still have to have your own life outside of your relationship and be involved in your own activities. The reason he probably does not initiate calls or text messages is because, well, have a look at it. Why should he if you're doing it all? You're not giving him a chance to miss you or reflect on the relationship. Perhaps you are afraid of what his silence could possibly mean if he never initiates. That's something you have to ask yourself. In addition to that, understand that we cannot make anyone happy, nor can anyone make us happy. That is our own responsibility. I can't say this enough times to people. We can only add to others' happiness. That's it. It sincerely saddens me when I see that people depend on others for their happiness. It's a self-deceiving expectation many of us have, though. Let me point out something else where you are also doing a disservice to yourself. You said whenever he wants to be with you, that you are open to it. All this does really is leave you open to being taken advantage of. My dear, you are making yourself available far too much when you should be making yourself scarce at times. I'm not advising you to pretend to be busy, but really be doing something self-gratifying. You are just as important in the relationship as your partner. Just know when you are predictable and always available, the thrill on your mate's behalf can make them become less interested and maybe even bored. Much of the time when we don't want to let someone out of our sight, it's based on fear and insecurity. Fear that we'll lose them to someone else, or insecure that they can't be trusted. The fact that he's not opening up to you nor sharing things about himself somewhat demonstrates to me that this wasn't a requirement of him from you. When you became involved with him, that should have been something that was, put up front, that he had to be open. I am not saying that just because a person opens up and shares things about themselves in the beginning means they're being completely honest with you. However, it should be a standard so that you at least have an idea of who you're dealing with. On the issue of him pulling away, it might be because you're moving too fast by telling him you want to move closer to be near him. That could be scaring him off, especially if you two haven't been dating long. I need you to ask yourself, though, why would you want to do that to yourself anyway, when the relationship is already not going in the direction you would like to see it go? How would you feel if you relocated just for the sake of being closer and you two broke up? Who's the one taking a risky gamble here? Please recognize your role in how your relationships are resulting and take responsibility for your part. I can tell your heart is in the right place, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with someone constantly, but that's not always a reality. Unless, of course, you're dating someone who has the same needs as yourself. If this current relationship you're in turns out to be unsuccessful, maybe it's time for you to remove yourself from dating for a while so you can go inside yourself and see why this pattern keeps reoccurring and what you're doing to attract this outcome. Work on your insecurities and definitely increase your value of self-love. My friend, this has all been solely my opinion. If it helps you in any way, I will be ecstatic for you. And I am extremely honored that you respect my opinion enough to request this of me. I wish you the best in this and or future relationships. Love. Namaste.
If I could take you away, pretend I was clean, what would you say? Would you think I unread? 'Cause everybody's got the way I should feel. Everybody's talking how I can't be loved, but I wanna be loved for real. Everybody's talking how I can't